Understanding graphs and patterns. For these first examples, we want to determine if the point is a solution to the equation, and then explain why. Okay, so the first thing, in order to solve this, what we need to do is put in the point. Recall that the first point is our x-coordinate, and the second point is our y-coordinate. So I just put in what I know. So my y is 10, so that's going to go in for 10, for the y right there. So 10 equals 5 times whatever my x is. Well, the 2 is going to go in for the x. So I have 10 equals 5 times 2, which is 10. And that is clearly a true statement. So, yes, 10 is a solution to the equation y equals 5x, because when you put in the point, you get an equal answer. Okay, and the next one, we have negative 3 and 2x equals 3y plus 5. So I'm going to start by putting in my x and my y. So I have 2 times 1 equals 3 times negative 3 plus 5. Alright, so 2 times 1 is obviously 2. And then we have to use our order of operations. 3 times negative 3 is negative 9 plus 5. So if we solve this out, we have 2, and negative 9 plus 5 is negative 4. Well, 2 very clearly does not equal negative 4. So because of this, no, the point 1, negative 3 is not a solution to the equation 2x equals 3y plus 5. And this is because when you put in the point, this statement is false. So therefore it's not true, not a solution. In this next example, we are asked to look at the table and try to find the height of 7 tires. The table shows the height in inches of stacks of tires. We want to extend the pattern out to find the height of 7 tires. Okay, so that would be, if we had 5 tires, 6 tires, 7 tires. That's what we need to find. So what we should look for is some sort of pattern, or what is happening as we're going from one tire to the next tire. In this one, we add 8. And in this one, 16 plus 8 again, we get 24. So we added 8 again. And then we added 8. So if we continue this pattern, if we add 8 to 32, we would get 40. And then if we add 8 to 40, we would get 48. So 7, to get to 7, we would need to add 8 again. So 48 plus 8 is 56. So that would mean that the height of 7 tires is going to be 56 inches tall. Okay, so make sure that you have a label on it. Know that it's inches. And this last example, we want to take this word problem and graph it. So both Carrie and her sister Kim were born on October 21st, but Kim was born 2 years before Carrie. Graph the relationship between Carrie's and Kim's ages. So whenever we are graphing, we need to try to make sure we label things so that we understand what we're looking at. So if it's a word problem, we should label everything. So let's put, since Carrie's name comes first, let's make her on the X. So that's Carrie's age on the X-axis, and on the Y-axis we'll put Kim's age. It doesn't really matter which way you go, but the graph will just look a little bit different. So this is Kim's age. Alright, and now we're going to graph. Well, we know Kim was born 2 years before Carrie. So when Carrie is first born, Kim is 2. So we're going to have a point on there. And then when Carrie is 1, Kim is going to be 3. Because Kim is always going to be 2 years older than Carrie. So when Carrie is 2, Kim will be 4. And so on. So it'll continue like that. 3 and 5. And so we can actually just draw a line right there. So that is the relationship between Carrie's age and Kim's age. And you should probably come up with a title for that graph, and relationship between the ages would be a fine title right there. Keep in mind that if you did it the other way, put Kim on the X and Carrie on the Y, then it would look different. But same idea. Those are your notes over understanding graphs and how to use them to solve equations. Go through some practice problems, and then you should be ready for a quiz over this material.